What's going on? All thanks for tuning in once again. Let's talk boxing. Let's talk Inoue versus Fulton. Must see boxing. Now, this fight's happening on July the 25th, so I mean, it's a bit different. It'll either be on a Tuesday or Wednesday, so it's not on the weekend. So just keep in mind on that, try not to miss it. It's definitely one not to miss. There's not a lot on the line in this one. Inoue is going up in weight to fight Fulton, the guy that's the champion, super bantamweight champion at 122. So he's fighting Fulton, but he's fighting in Japan, so he's fighting in his home turf. And I mean, everything's on the line in this one. Fulton, he's going to have to be more than good. He's going to have to be great. He's going to have to show that he can take a punch. You got to understand Fulton's not really a knockout artist, but he can box quite well. He boxes well on the back foot. But, Inoue's a guy that punches really hard. He comes forward. He's got close to a 90% knockout ratio. So it's a really hard fight for Fulton, because Fulton can't show any weaknesses in this fight. Inoue coming forward, having the crowd behind him, having the advantage, fighting at home. We saw what happened with Haney and Loma. People thought Loma won. Haney got the decision. So, I mean, it's going to be that sort of fight where in the later rounds, Fulton's going to have to, really take it to Inoue. If it lasts that long, that's if it lasts. Inoue being a puncher, being a guy with devastating power, there's a chance that it might not last. So Fulton's got a lot on his, a lot to take on, a lot on his chest, I should say, in terms of trying to win. It's going to be a tough one for him. He's going to have to be great. I think the key for Fulton is to stay away from Inoue, but at the same time, beat him in the exchange, throw one or two more punches in him. Each time Inoue throws a couple, Fulton's going to have to throw more. He's going to have to be busier than Inoue for sure. He's going to have to be quicker in terms of movement, get away from those big punches. Try to keep him at range. Inoue is a guy that uses short range. He uses short range to hurt guys. He's a shorter guy, but he likes to come close to land something, something meaningful. He doesn't really lunge for the punches. He he follows you, cuts off the ring, and when you're coming at him, or if he's getting close enough, he lands something meaningful. Lands something hard on you, and he really troubles guys with that. With that devastating power. Fulton, on the other hand, a guy that boxes on the back foot, likes to stay away from that. Those guys that can punch, he stays away by using his legs, his range. He's the taller guy, so he's definitely a guy that relies on his skills, to win fights. He doesn't rely on power or knockout power. He relies on his skills. So, I mean, it's going to be a hard one for him, Can he have the right game plan to stay away from Inoue? And when Inoue does land, can he show a poker face? Can he show that he's not hurt? Can he throw back after Inoue lands on him? Is he going to be too hurt? There's a lot of questions in this fight that need to be answered, coming fight day. It's going to be definitely one not to miss. Like I said, July the 25th, it'll be on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Inoue, going up in weight, coming off a win in December. against an inactive Fulton, that's really, going to be hard for Fulton to pull off. In a way, he is the first ever undisputed Asian champion with a hard punch that can box. He's also the favorite. There's a lot of boxes that are ticked there, in Inoue's favor for him to win this fight. Even though he's going up in weight, this is the 4th time that he's going up in weight, challenging a champion. He's already got 3 titles at different weight classes. Think Manny Pacquiao going up in weight, getting 8 titles in 8 different weight classes. In a way, this is the 4th time that he's going up with devastating power. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes up again. I don't think that the weight is a big issue here. The only thing that it comes down to is skills. Can Fulton be skillful enough to stay away to convince the judges that he's winning at least 8 rounds? Going up, he's already losing on the scorecards. He's the away fighter. He has to win convincingly. Like I say, Lomachenko, in my opinion, beat Haney, but Haney got the decision being the home fighter. That's just my opinion anyway, That's what I'm saying. Fulton's going to have to be more than convincing to the judges to win. He's going to have to dominate against a guy that punches hard. He's going to have to think about how Fury went into the fight with Wilder. He didn't show any weaknesses of him being hurt besides getting knockdowns. But in this case, Fulton can't afford to be knocked down. You know what I mean? Because Inoue knows how to box. So, I'm choosing Inoue to win. I think that he just has devastating power. I think it's going to be too much for Fulton. I think he'll win by stoppage. I think there's going to come a time in the fight where Inoue lands something meaningful and Fulton has to come forward because he knows he's losing. And I think that's when Inoue catches him with a straight shot at short range. Excuse me. So, I'm choosing Inoue to win. Fulton does have a chance, but he needs to really show that he can take a punch and win majority of the rounds. It's a hard ask. I take my hat off to both fighters. Leave your take on it. I'll definitely do a live stream on it in the near future. Talk more on it, but in this case, just a short video. Don't miss the fight. Leave your take. Look forward to the comments, and thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.